Welcome back into Kracken Unlimited. We are carrying on with the pain that this has been so far. We had high hopes for our RPGs. I'm gonna chalk their failure up to some bad rolls and not a total failure of the unit. But just in case, I did roll out a set of tanks, which I am relatively certain should be able to resolve our issue here. Either way, these guys, hopefully their time is up. My worry is we're just gonna damage them, push them to the ocean, and then they're just gonna like circle around and harass me. So I would love it if we could finish them off. I highly doubt that that will happen. One thing I wanted to do before we actually rolled the turn here, Droog pointed out in the comments of last episode, I should really try some Mission Impossibles. And this is a card that I actually have not really thought much about. When I first started playing Shadow Empire, I misunderstood what it did and it didn't work. And I was like, well, that's a crap card that's really expensive. But actually, this is really interesting. So you get a lot of these generated even in the early game. They are expensive. As you can see, it's 50 political power, even though we're at 100 relation with the person that's going to do it. The difficulty is 100. And the difficulty for generating a fate point is 50 more. But if we succeed, we can actually generate fate points. That is super good because I am very uncomfortable running a lot of the disaster cards that normally give us fate points. I just never seem to be in a situation where I'm like, oh yeah, I could eat that penalty. I always feel like I'm on a knife's edge, and playing those cards would probably put me into a spiral. So relatively interesting here. As I mentioned, it's very hard. I mean, ideally we would roll 150. Pretty dang bad. But our leader here, it's a leadership role, a skill that I actually never really think much about. And our interior, Tosha Permawaste, maybe she can earn a better name if she can earn me a fate point. She actually has 16 in the skill for a total of 40. So she actually has a not zero chance of doing it. I'm curious what we will get if we roll between 100 and 150, if it's worth anything. So we're gonna actually do that. There is a way we can raise her charisma by giving her a medal. I don't want to do that though yet because that's a one-off and she's very happy right now. So we'll wait until she has a bad day and then we'll give her a medal, and that'll actually make her better at this. We have a ton of political points at the moment. Let's actually take a shot here.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, we rolled 114. Effect is halved. We did the impossible. We managed to gain a fate point. I've talked before about moments that have blown my mind when people made suggestions that I just didn't even think about. We may have a repeat there. So great advice from Droog. Yeah, that actually makes early game political points more interesting to me by quite a lot. Playing those little fate cards that are like one cost, but they'll give you some like credits, that's nowhere near as bad. Now, we got lucky there, right? Like we made a good roll, so don't think that this is exactly going to be easy or anything, but that's not bad. And if I had done, maybe when we do our interior council, maybe I'm a little more picky to making sure their charisma is high and or they have some extra leadership. As you can see here, we just got, this wasn't here before. We did a role that used leadership. It'll be interesting to see if she starts putting some points into that. What was your job? What was your job in the past? You were a trader. I could see traders maybe leveling leadership. Yeah, she spent a whole bunch on leadership. Before she was added to the position too. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, these systems, man, they're deep. You could totally play this game and never once look at what somebody's job was before you hired them. Or you could try to micromanage every single position with a relevant job, a career start. The reason this is important is that even outside of the job and the skills they're using, they tend to level the skills relevant to their original profession a little more. So like if you have a farmer, he's generally gonna put some of his XP into agriculture, even if he wouldn't use it for his current job. Very, very interesting. I am not going to tempt fate, no pun intended, by trying to do 2 in the same turn, but now we're probably going to be able to do that. And that means that we can afford the GR chain gun. That is a amazing tech. It basically gives us a little more heart attack on our machine guns. Yeah.
Wilco.
Yeah. Now, I don't expect that this one's going to retroactively apply to our models, but I'm just going to double check because I didn't think that the scopes would either, and they did seem to. Yeah, they did not retroactively apply, or at least it's not showing up at this turn. But we will definitely be redesigning one of those when we get some new weapons, so that will be a major upgrade. Ditto for our buggies too, actually, and our APCs, having that tech in there. Okay, well, what an amazing start to this episode. Is that a precursor to us finally getting rid of the squirmers? Let's hope so. Hopefully my voice isn't too bad here. I have absolutely blown it out. I've been doing these like 7-hour streams lately. In the last 2 weeks, I think I've done like maybe 7 of them. In fact, I know I've done at least 7 of them. 8 of them. 9. I've done about 9 streams that are 6 to 8 hours, and I'm feeling it in my voice. I really heard it when I was recording earlier today. I was like, oh my goodness. But it is what it is. We will power through. Kermit forever. Okay, I did see that they attacked us. We were not entrenched because we had just done an attack. Time of efficiency, a cabinet retreat, commercial project, increase. Okay. Ow is all I can say on that. Man, I can't believe he's shoving me back with that, with those kind of stats. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, blitzers move up. I'm gonna wait until they are good to go before we try and attack. So we will just try to hold before I get too... Yeah, we have 400 in reserve. We don't have any more RPGs. Unfortunately, this does not seem to be the way. I was really thinking that that was going to be the case. We look at that attack here. The hollow guns did lose what they had. Yeah, that... Ouch. Ouch. They lost no squirmers. Okay. Sad. I'm just very sad about that. What is this? Oh, we're upgrading our organic furnace, right? I did that right at the end of last time. We can use the power, and I do want them to actually cut these woods down. Is this actually gone down to light forest from heavy forest? I don't remember what that started at, but in the end, it should be 1 ring per level of your asset. So at level 2, we can clear all this out. I was hoping to do it via farm, but it's a little too cold where we're at to do an open air farm. If we were a little further north, we could do it. Waterman requests permission for personal guard. Archie. Okay, he's the commander of the 1st MG. If we say yes, our advisor's going to be super duper salty about it. He is the militia chief, so we would like it if he was happy. He is somewhat aligned to us, so he should be relatively easy to keep happy. That would give us some autocracy. That's what's going to make him so mad, is the autocracy. He really hates it. And some fist, which I don't need, and is actually kind of encroaching towards us. So I don't think we can do that. We could say no, and we could gain a lot of people some happiness. Okay, Archie will be a little sad, but that's okay. We'll make you happy, Archie. Don't you worry about that.
Yes, sir.
Another piece of advice I had from the comments, I think it was Dim Bones Man, was saying that I need to be a little more careful on the interpersonal relations on those. Maybe. I generally kind of try to go for what I'm looking for on my profile more than helping their feelings be good and not be sad. But like we saw with the rebellion, there's a downside to doing that. So maybe a little more finesse might be worthwhile. Okay, they would like to buy some IP. I don't really have any spare at the moment, but I will take the increased relations. I will take the commerce profile. I will take it. They offer an advisor. Artemis C wants to offer Simba a special maritime Trade House Advisor. This is not without cost, but a great honor for Simba. They want 6,000 credits. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. I would love to do this if for no other reason than to find out what it does. Can we make 6,000 credits though? I highly doubt it. Okay, that's just telling me that we need to have a lot more cash reserves than what we're currently doing. Okay, we could sell rares for 600. Yeah, I've already crashed the price there. We could sell some metal for 500. There's no way we can get remotely close to 6K. Oh, that makes me sad. I wonder if this came up because our relations have gotten so good.
Affirmative.
Unfortunate. Anti-war quarrels. Within Artemis Sea, there are elements that want to be less aggressive. Wow, I would make a lot of people kind of sad about that. But I would also make a lot of people kind of happy about that. That's kind of funny about it. I guess it's the mind stat is what it's mainly focused on there. I don't mind. They seem to be doing okay on their own. Can I afford to lose some? I can. All right, I'm going to say... Let's actually go look at the Maritime Trade House. How much support does that elder have? Moderate. Moderate support. I don't care if this guy comes or goes. I like that he's not greedy because it affects the size of the dividends that they pay out and the base price of auctions and them, the likelihood of them abusing their position. So I actually kind of think this guy's fine for me. So I'm going to say no. We're going to commit to not making any changes there. Okay, how are we feeling tanks? We're not feeling like we're there yet. Okay, we can wait. We're kind of stuck here until I can get that road further. You are building. Didn't get a lot done, I see. Are you waiting on something? No, just what you need to get done. We are still having problems with getting full employment. A lot of that is coming back to this, although I do notice that our corp control is getting a little bit high here. What are you doing to me? Okay, no, it's not really that bad. We're not losing any credits. Okay, that's fine. If they start hurting the economy, we'll revisit that. Yeah, danger went up by 7 because of his attack. Boo. Okay, other cards to play. No. Defense, no. Okay, we have zoo and commercial project. We can do the commercial project. We have so much entertainment. It's ridiculous. And we can't fit any more zoos. We're already maxed out. I was saving this one. Yeah, I don't think we have anything here. We could play this, but we're kind of broke. Speaking of kind of broke, what did we end at? We were down 153 credits? That is not stellar. I don't have a ton I can cut back on. Yeah, not that much we could really cut back. Now, I was holding out and not increasing the income tax. I don't think we can maintain this any longer. So, first of all, we need to make a little bit of cash just to make sure we can make it through the turn. We could sell some oil. I'm okay with that. We'll sell some oil just to give us some liquidity. And then let's go actually raise that. So we would like to increase the income tax by 10%. We have a very high chance of getting it. It's difficulty 70 and we have plus 98 to the roll.
Order acknowledged.
We did it. So 30% income tax. We could look at sales tax too. We've got a 25% sales tax. I don't really want to hurt their income that much, so let's leave that alone. Since we're here, we are not going to decrease the income tax. We're probably not going to increase it, at least not for the time being. Let's just take the points here. What do we need to make a card? 16. Okay, we unlikely to need mercs at the moment. I will take those. Let's see if we can go scrap up a few more points somewhere. We don't need to have 3 of those. We don't need to have 4 of those. A militant casino. Militant artisans construct a casino. If you play it, you get +4 fist. All right, that's fine. Not stellar. Since we're here anyways. All right, we don't need multiple. Don't need multiple. Okay, I would like to have these in my back pocket if we do need it. Give 2,000 to the population. No, we're not giving 2,000 credits to the population. I could see giving some money there, so we'll save one of those. We'll save a 500 to the population. We're maxed out on zoos for the time being, but at some point we'll want another one, although that's worth a lot of points. Leaders. Okay, we don't need any decrease rank because we haven't ranked anyone up. I probably don't need any silver retirements. I definitely don't need a golden retirement. Enforcer private lab. Private laboratory. I assume that's probably intelligence, or excuse me, education. If I had to guess, increases enforcement by 6. Recon. Okay, somebody also mentioned I should try to get a recon contract with Artemis, and they are 100% right. I mistargeted it last time. I was like, oh, I want to see that zone, which I did. So, I mean, it's not like a total waste, but yeah, could have been better. All right, let's see if we can get a recon contract here.
Right,
hopefully I can afford it. I don't remember how much they cost. We shall see. All right, and then the rest of this is good to go. We need to wait for the readiness on our tank. While we can afford it, I definitely don't want to be wasting resources and money and IP building tanks just to destroy them because I'm not using them carefully. Hopefully we can clear this idiot out, and then we can send our tanks down here, and our tank should really be able to sweep this area pretty effectively. And then I think we're going to look at founding another little town down here. In some aspects, it's going to be really annoying. Because we killed 10 motorized and 100 walkers, and we lost 700 infantry. I don't have... Oh, nice. I don't have the population because we didn't start with any free folk near us. So another thing that's really hurt this game. Investor backing. Influx of private capital. Nice. Okay, Artemis got attacked. And they both basically just sank each other. And we lost the zone. Don't love that. Okay, military research. I would really like... high velocity guns. Wait a minute. Was it meant to be finding or finishing that research? Hang on. Did I misread that? Yeah, okay. We finished automatic rifles. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna wait until we're done with the worm war before we redesign the unit. What are we sitting on for design, infantry? 58% field testing. Not terrible. And you can see, I don't remember if I went back through this, but when we did that Kracken Elite 2, bam, look at those rolls. We improved so much on our armor design, our weapon design, our base design. Yeah, that is glorious. And they'll be even more glorious when we have those assault rifles. Now, unfortunately, he attacked my tanks, which knocked all their stats down again, but we did hold. So that is an improvement. We'll take a Kraken. Apparently we need 2 Xeno Zippers. Apparently we need a hollow gun. I don't think they ended up earning a name. What did we name the tanks? Blitzers? I'm probably going to rename that too. Oh, I did ask, and I had at least one suggestion for our first infantry. Our first infantry, we're going to rename them. So this is the 1st MG Infantry Brigade, and these are going to be Pelagian Fury. The Pelagian Fury. As I mentioned, these guys are probably going to be the capital defense group, so they will spend a lot of the game just defending the capital. Okay, a recon. Okay, yeah, we can totally do this. We'll do 4 rounds for $2.99.
Aye, aye, sir.
Get our relation nice high with Artemis that way. Okay, well, we're not ready to attack over here. We are at supply limit down here. We are still working on building that furnace, so I don't want to go too crazy there. Although that's likely to finish. We are working on high command. 1.2 turns. Okay. I was going to say I want to get something else started, but I don't want to do 3 things. I normally don't even do 2, so yeah, I think we've maxed that out for the time being. Okay, other cards to play then. Okay, she is down some now. I would feel a lot less wasteful for the Medal of Merit. I'm kind of looking for a reason to give it to... Oh, wait a second. She's the interior. She's not going to be able to award it to herself. I can't award myself a peace prize. Okay, no, we can. Excellent. There you go. Whew. Crisis averted. And that's going to be good because a Medal of Merit raises charisma by 10, and an extra 10 charisma, like you can see here, is going to raise that leadership roll, which we're going to use to try to do another Mission Impossible. But we might do a few things in here. Okay, 57, and that price went up because she wasn't happy with us this turn. We could wait till next turn to play that and save 7 PP. I think I will. I will wait. We're not in a rush. I will play a council retreat though.
Order acknowledged.
We got a successful roll. Everyone's happy by 6 and gained a bunch of XP. And I do think I'm still going to try to hold out. I only have one more game. I'm planning on building another unit in the very near future. Oh yeah, our food is also making me really nervous. We got to get rid of this freaking worm, man. Worms are keeping me down. All right, in that case, I think we're actually done here. Saving those other things. Let's take that turn. Yeah, I think a city founded down here. Getting this oil is going to be really difficult. We might need to get it from over here. I don't know. Getting a road through here is not going to happen anytime soon. And if we went this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like we'd have to put the city here, but I kind of want it over here to cover all of this for whatever resources we may or may not discover. So then we'd be looking at capturing a city up here, maybe getting a city over here. Okay, and they won the vote. Time of efficiency. Another recon. Okay. Official gift. Okay. Started an auction. Okay, not what I'd love them to do at the moment. Minimum is 891 credits. We do not have that. I do want more. I do want more. We currently have 3 shares out of the 4 that have been sold, and there are 10 more available. Artemis is going to be the dog we back, basically. So I want to go hard into this. All right, let's make some credits. We can. I'm not pumping my oil very hard. We could pump that a lot harder. Metal. I'm going to sell that too. We have 1,300 credits. I'm not going to sell the rares. I think we're going to stop there. Okay, and then let's bid. They were pretty high last time. Let's bid 1,200. That leaves me with enough money for one more turn if we have to. If we fail, we get the money back. So how did our increase in taxes go? 210 revenue. Okay, we did make a bit of money with that. Okay, that's great. Hopefully that'll maintain here. And how are you guys feeling? Not like you're ready to go. Dude, Archie is not... Archie just isn't doing it. So leadership is important here. Hence why I normally don't look at this, but here it is morale of units under the HQ command. His operational command should be giving us readiness. Yep. And which is kind of low. So it is what it is. He's leveling. I mean, you can see he's using all kinds of skills from that attack we just suffered. What are you doing here? Improve tank tactics. Unfortunately, we're going to rip those tanks out from under his command when we're done here, so that's a little bit wasted, but that's okay. It'll help him in the short term, which is what I obviously need. Okay, we finished the furnace, so we are gaining an additional 45 energy. And our high command is only using 30, so we're going to have a little bit of surplus. Maybe we could... I don't know. We'll think about that next turn. Let's let that actually go through and finish before we go too crazy on it. Did our price for a Mission Impossible? Yeah, went back down to 50. Okay. Plus 86 now with that increase that we got. So all we would need to roll is a 64 to get 150. That would be glorious.
Order acknowledged.
143. We did gain a fate point though. All right, like I said, I'm only gonna do one at a time. I'm kind of hoping she'll spend on increasing her leadership. She didn't. It was 16 and we added 10 to it. So she has not been on round 55. She went up in 3. When was that? We were on... Oh, she did level it. Why is that not showing up as higher? I'm not sure. We were at 16 and we added 10. Or maybe I'm adding this up wrong because this is the total. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's run it. Stinky squirmers. We did kill one on the defense there. So everyone counts. I would be so happy when these guys are gone. I can't imagine we won't be able to kill them with the tanks. It's a matter of, do we end up shoving them into the ocean and then they can just circle me forever? Okay, they did attack us again. They lost another 200. We lost 600 infantry. And we have been declared war on by Oceania territory. And we have a second war. Who was Oceania then? We finished that. We finished that. Great. We got the artillery, which maybe we can get out in time. We did win the bid. Artemis had no defenders and lost a territory. Okay, so who is this other one? Okay, you... Wait a minute. They have actually spread over here. Or they're from there and came down here. I actually don't know. Hang on. It looks like I have some sight up there. Oh, what? What? Oh, I'm jealous. I'm very jealous of that. Okay, and who was the other one? Sotina. I didn't even realize that you are mercanteers. Well, we could have been at peace. They're not actually too bad. They do lots of trading. But it is what it is. So this is now an active front. Okay, I'm gonna need these supplies. So let's dirt road to there. And then you move to there. I'm gonna need you too. So head on down. Let's get this front line constructed. All right, Wormy Boy, you gotta go. You gotta go. All right, we are still not really ready, but I am going to force an attack here, I think. I'm gonna just go with the tank. The reason being, so we have 176 heart attack and we defend at 118, and these guys have like no heart attack. So we should be relatively safe. Now we can have oopsies happen. Okay, we're hitting them and not getting kills. I'm a little surprised by that. Although maybe I shouldn't be. They have a bunch of defensive things. Okay, that was not, again, what I was really wanting. So what is it? Is it Amorphous that's doing it? 50% extra hit points. 30% more hit points per level and class as hard. You can use Burrow. I'm not sure what's making them so hard for me to kill there. Semi-aquatic, yeah. Okay, well, that is what it is. I can't do anything about it. All right, at the home front, we finished High Command. I think our next option is going to be we have to get some more troops. So we can't afford it this turn, but we're going to definitely grab probably... where's my MG defenders? Oh, that's the Independence, that's why. Yeah, 57%. So we're going to grab another MG because we're going to need something to hold the front. Now it looks like they're all bunched up. Is that actually the case? Well, they did pull off this front. I mean, if you're gonna let me corner you, I will corner you. I would love to get the surround here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hold them in here. What do you got? You have some artillery. Carabiner 2s. These are not as good as what I'm doing. They have carbines, which is what we're doing. Okay, maybe we need to just make that next model, though. We're gonna get a lot of field testing. God, I'm really torn on this. We don't need the field testing. It's not like we have a bad unit. I feel like that might be more greed than I can handle at the moment. Let's go ahead and call up our model design.
Standing by for orders.
Already made a decision. Okay, never mind. I'm getting ahead of the game. Stinneman wants to erect a statue. Okay, so this is Simba, who is our governor. I'm fine with him building a statue, frankly. But then again, I also could use some mind. We're gonna take the mind, and I'm gonna need to do something about our SHQ person.
Yes,
National budget, no changes. Military Research Council objective. Let's go no target. I don't want to try to sweep things that we don't need. All right, new infantry model, built upon Kracken 2s. We're going to go up to automatic rifles with enviro suits. And for tech, and we haven't got padded enviro suit, but we haven't been crazy either. So I'm going to let them find one or two more techs, and if we haven't found enviro suits and high-speed machine guns, I will force. Okay. Yeah, you cannot do anything else. You're just chilling. Okay, we have a spy. Let's actually get some of these guys who I was not expecting to be fighting. Okay, nation. Cabinet retreat, please.
Acknowledged.
Critical success, booyah. 8%. Beautiful. And a Mission Impossible, please. Plus 87%.
Order acknowledged.
Gained 2 fate points. Yeah, mind blown. Mind blown. Like I said, I misunderstood what this did when I was a new player, and I was like, well, this is impossible. Why would you ever play this card? And I never went back to it. This changes everything. just learning that little piece of information probably made this playthrough worthwhile. 1%. Get 1% better every time. That's the goal. All right, now that we have 3 fate points, the infiltration methods will give the specified GR tech all ready to be deployed immediately. Oh, I wonder if these cards actually tell you if you have to design a new unit. If we have standing units that get this right away, we'll know. Let's do it. It gives us extra camouflage, basically. We'll check it now and we'll check it next turn just to see if it has to click over. Okay, so you're not showing that we got it here. Yeah, we're not seeing it at the moment. May need a turn to click over though. I don't know when these do their uploads. If we click here and we look at... It's not gonna be any of those. It's gonna be recon. That's not really what it is. Yeah, I don't know how easily you can see that. So it's coming off of, let's get some better terrain here. So in here, max points. This is just talking about entrenchment, not necessarily recon stuff, but we're harder to see. That's the long short of it. And you like to be harder to see because even if they attack you, you're at an advantageous position if they haven't been able to scout you out. So that's why I do those probing attacks sometimes to get the scouting up. Okay, 125. We're not going to have the points we need to do that. I do still have 1 fate point. Just to see if there's something I would want. Beast, Boomtown, a scientific outpost. No, we don't need any of those at the moment. A propaganda assistant. Gives the selected leader 10 bonus to charisma rolls. Normally, I would always put this on our foreign affairs person, but now I'm kind of wondering, can I put you on the interior? Because that would make it even easier that we could earn more fate points. I sure could. I'm going to wait again until she's not maxed out. This may give her some happiness. So we'll just wait till next time we've kind of ticked her off a little bit, and then we'll give that to her. Yeah, very interesting. This changes things a little bit. I'm super excited to have learned that. I'm still on coffee. I haven't moved over to tea yet today. We did get pushed back. Oh, don't get surrounded, buddy. Yeah, we're just way too outnumbered over here. Luckily, we have a road already moving up this way. Although, with those worms. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that he actually wasn't from here. I think he naval landed this. We killed 1,700 infantry, 10 guns, and we lost 1,000 and 10 tanks. Wow. Okay, a maritime trade house has arrived. We figured out heavy industry. We could get an information contract. Okay, first, before I get sidetracked, you guys need to start coming over here. Ouch. That's a big ouch. I'm even going to go like this to try to get around that a little more. Let's extend this dirt road to there. Hopefully we'll be able to supply them a little bit. And then I hope we can still... Yeah. Okay. MG battalion, yes. with our best things we have at the moment. Yes. New org, not at the moment. Foreign affairs things. Let's raise the major, because that is a major we're fighting.
Understood.
Just in case we get to a point where we care. We are having a strike and we are broke. Well, I happen to have a lot of troops here, so for once I'm actually going to have to take the... Well, he's going to be really mad about that. But we're not going to generate 700 credits, so... Okay. Trade House representative. All right, they want us to open communications. It's good to have the communications, but I don't have the cash. So I'm going to say no maybe later. Man, I made a lot of people really mad this turn. Not a lot I could do about that, though. Yeah, not a lot I can do about that. Okay, over here. Okay, you're feeling pretty good, Mr. Tank. That's excellent. We're also down a bajillion units, so let's get what we can produce. Okay, let's do this. Let's try again. They attack, so they should have no entrenchment. Yeah, attacking. We're attacking into bad terrain for us, which is definitely not helping. Yeah. Not a fan of that. We lost our negotiator. Apparently we can't negotiate with the worms. Okay, rip that. We are whittling them, but that's a long ways to go. Okay, here. Yeah, I just want to hold in these positions for the time being. I really wish I could get these guys better into supply. We might be able to get the supply with where I got that, but they're probably going to continue this. And I can't move. I could move you. But then they're likely to break through here. This is an unfortunate situation, as is this. Okay, card-wise. Cabinet retreat will help make some of those people I pissed off a little less pissed off. We haven't assigned the war game guy yet, so I'm not going to play that one. And Mission Impossible is still the way to go. Do it.
Acknowledged.
Okay, we rolled absolute garbage. We rolled like a 5 or something. But we still get 1 point because it wasn't a critical failure. So very nice on that. Okay, is what it is. Let's take another. Uh-oh. I see aliens in the water. I do not want to see aliens in the water. And we did get fully cut off. Oh, that's so bad. He has so many troops up there too. I can't imagine that we can just walk through what looks to be empty is probably not empty. Maybe he backed off there? Again, I can't imagine that's the case. The worms attack. They did lose another 100. Killed 100 walkers, lost 1,300 infantry. We're gonna have some big problems. All right, can we get out? Probably not. Oh, he has GR infantry here. Oh. All right. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna be able to sneak through there, but I figured it was worth a try. All right, let's continue to try to worm our way around this, but they're not gonna let me. All right, you guys get shoved by the worm again. You guys rush to the front. Absolutely rush to the front. No, I'm not going to bring those. Okay, they want to buy population new. We are going to have population problems in the near future. Expansion quarrels. I really don't want to drop under 50 commerce, so I'm going to go ahead and just say yes. I don't really have a strong opinion about that. Okay, a leader for the third MGs. We have a Cap 2 and a Cap 2. 21 war, 17 war. Thelma, you may not be long for us. I'm not seeing a big future for you. All right. Marlowe Whittaker, you're in. All right, now that we have people in place, let's play that war game.
Acknowledged.
2% relations and increased a bunch of XP. Also, I need to do something for that one lady. It's the bald one, Hannah. She already has a medal. All right, what if we gave you an estate?
Order
There you go.
acknowledged.
Critical success. Improved relations by 204 points. If only that was true. I wish the spillover went into loyalty. Do we have anybody else who's in need of a medal? Our economic council already has one. Do you have a estate gift? No. Yes. A commercial gift would cost me 300 credits that I don't have. So the answer is no. I can't do anything about that currently. All right, replenishment troops. Let's grab those 2 tanks. And if we have anything left, we'll do Krakens. We do. Down to 18. Boy, at the rate we're going, though, this is not going to die soon enough. Yep, they're working on it. All right, our last current mission impossible. Let's do it.
Order acknowledged.
1 fate point. Only missed it by 4, unfortunately. All right, go. Yeah, we kind of lucked out that I just happened to put her in there, and she happened to be one of like 3 people in my entire nation who actually had some leadership skills. Oh, my poor cutoff guys. I hope they don't completely starve to death. We're almost back to where we should be able to get supplies. We're gonna need artillery if we're gonna make anything here. The fact that they're getting into like jungle, yeah, not gonna be stellar. No losses. Okay, well, we are nowhere remotely close to the happiness we promised. Goss small arms. Okay, cabinet retreat, excellent. Artemis attacked, and they mutually assured destroyed each other. Model design, no changes. What are we researching? What are you researching? Nothing. All right, let's immediately research Goss small arms. I've never actually gotten that early. That's beautiful. That's one that we normally just sit on for freaking ever. All right, we're not going to try to be cute and try to like take the shortcut through here. We're going to go where we know it's safe. Also, I really need to be having my... Yeah, there we go. All right, they can get some supplies here. All right, next step, we're going to start putting our MGs in. So we've got 2, 2, and 1, and then here's the leadership. And then the infantry we have, I'm going to swing them down here while we wait for another MG to come in. Okay, we have a few points. Do we need any replenishments? We need 300 machine guns. Let's actually go with like 500. We need RPGs with the exact amount. And we're good. Okay, 164 left. All right, I think I'm gonna continue. A little bit of an investment there, but that basically solves any problems we're gonna have with supplies. In fact, I'm actually going to have you 2 trade places. All right, we're just going to hold this line for the time being. If we ever get my tanks free, my tanks will go down there and see if they can just clean this up. If we could clean this up, then we could swing around this way too. Did we get any? Yeah, we do have some spies. Let's get some more spies here.
Yes, sir.
I didn't think these had a city or anything, so these are just like random dudes. Yeah, I don't think there is a city down there. All right, also. There we go. At least try to maintain this supply line for them. I didn't want to move these yet because they have high entrenchment value. I want to give my MGs some time to entrench before we move. Okay, other things we could do. We have a cabinet retreat. We did get another Mission Impossible. I don't need the extra fate point right now, though. That's very nice to have, but still. Okay, defense, I will play this on our new MGs. So this is going to be the third MGs.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and play that. So now they can dig, or they have the defense card, not dig in further. And trench card would have probably been better here, but I don't have any. We need our staff council to get those. Okay, how are we doing on money? I probably need to keep a closer eye on this because we're kind of on the razor's edge. Okay, we got a dividend of 164. Very happy about that. Not counting that, we had 365 revenue and we spent 312. This really needs a summation column for all this stuff. Like this and this should all have a summation for the turn. When you prepare financial reports, you always end with that. We need to know our net. Okay, and we're gonna save some. Actually, wait a second. We're not gonna be able to recruit another unit because I only have 900 troops. And I don't dare raise that. Yep, we are getting absolutely gobsmacked by this idiot. All right, let's zone. We could give them money. I can't do that. We could calm them down. Unrest isn't my problem. We could feast. Okay, feast. I hate playing this card because I feel like this is such a waste, but you know, we have a way to generate fate points. Let's do it.
Sir.
15 and 15. That's a pretty good roll for that card. What are you guys building here out of curiosity? Waste disposal. They have a little bit of debt. I'm surprised that they have that. Okay, then I guess I will play investor backing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that cleared out most of their debt. So next turn we should see this go down if I understand how that works properly. Okay. I'm literally dying to this worm. They did try to go flank me. I really hope we don't end up having to pull back from the south because they wiggle through this mountain. But it looks like they're not going to be able to cut off those units that needed supplies, so that's good. We didn't have like 20 units starve out. We lost 200 infantry. Vidcom broadcasting, nice. Kracken Elite 3. Admin level has risen to 7. Cabinet retreat, war game. Barbosa C has has averagely assaulted Dionysus. Okay, not really my problem. Okay, here, move. All right, and let's just work our way down the line. I'm gonna, how dug in are you? 140. In the jungle, max entrenchment for infantry is 200. Okay, they're not fully entrenched. When they're fully entrenched, I think I'm going to move these buggies, but again, I'm just going to give them a little extra padding while they're getting dug in. Okay, over here. All right, worm. We're going to send the bazookas. We're going to send the tanks. I'm going to send one guy up from over here because that's going to give us a little bit of concentric bonus. Not much, but it's not zero either. And maybe these guys will soak some attacks and we can get some kills with the tanks because my tanks keep retreating too soon. And actually, hang on. Before I do that, how are the tanks feeling? You know what? Let's wait one more turn for more readiness. Let's, as painful as this is, there's no sense making hasty attacks that are hurting us more than helping us. Okay, we also have Kracken Elite 2s. Let me go in here. Let's look at models. Let's look at infantry. In the first SHQ. Okay, so I'm seeing no Kraken Elite, so we're gonna obsolete those. We're gonna hide obsolete. All right, Kraken 2s are now low, and Kraken Elites are gonna be my regulars. I don't think we're gonna try to immediately do an upgrade. I think we're just gonna rotate in as we have losses for now. Waterman wants a change in propaganda. Waterman's a little cranky. He wants some extra diplomacy and some heart. We could eat that. It makes most people happy, sure. In our news feeds, the Nation News Service is talking too much about our great leaders. My personal experience is that it does not resonate with the populace at all. I humbly request that you allow me to persuade the news service to spend more time on the common man.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
sure. Nobody hated that decision. Okay, these guys demand our population happiness reaches 57. All right, I'll try, man. I'll try. And I will research VidCom. That will give us everything except for housing for quality of life. Okay, here we do not have the new MGs. We do not have new bazookas. We did develop our artillery. I think I'm gonna no orders this one. Both of these I kind of want to get the new machine gun before I do it. So no new orders there. They want to buy some IP. That's actually probably a good idea for me because I'm hurting on the money at the moment. So they want to buy 87 for 217. Sure.
Yes, sir.
They want an advisor for 4,500 credits. I wonder what this does. I'm gonna guess it is it's a unit feat. And I'm gonna guess that it's gonna give me admin or intelligence, but I don't know that. I would definitely take that if we could, but I don't have the money. Hurts that that's that much enforcement to say no. Yeah, look at that. That's not glorious. Although maybe it is. We have been very aligned with R3 and we've never really strayed. So if we could pop into enforcement for just a hot second and get efficiency drive, you know my feelings about efficiency drive. That wouldn't be the worst. Okay, stats. We have no covert ops. We will do a war game first.
Order acknowledged.
2 relation. It's a critical success. Wow, that's very small relation. I'm actually a little surprised there. But a bunch of XP and a cabinet retreat.
Order acknowledged.
Keep people nice and happy. Okay, let's scrap. I'm not going to play any of these. Let's just get them out of here. For units, no, for leaders. Okay, I don't have any stupid ones. Propaganda assistant. If I was gonna play this, I would want to play this on. Where's she at? Tosia, but she's still full, and we're not playing that at the moment, so we're just gonna chill on that. I'm not seeing anybody in here who's looking super cranky. I would consider below like 70 when you're starting to get kind of iffy. So yeah, we're okay. Those cabinet retreat spams are really helping. It adds up just to get those little like 3 to 8 bonus relationship. Okay, next turn, one of these guys hopefully is going to be able to get here or here. I'm even willing to do that just to make sure. I really wish I could get in. Okay, you know what? There. That is so much safer for me. I just don't want these guys flanking through this mountain. And I'm 1 unit short of being able to close this up properly. So that just kind of is what it is. And I said I wanted to wait for full here. Okay, Krakens. Few extras. Machine guns, we have a few extras. Okay. All right, we'll roll that turn. All right, well, surprise war. Surprise double war. Uh-oh. Yeah, I couldn't imagine we were going to hold that. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, I was not really prepared for, but it's not like I could have done anything different either. So we knew that the religious fanatics were going to attack us, or at least not be friendly to us. So this isn't a surprise, even if we weren't ready for it. And the bloody squirmers, man. The bloody squirmers. Man, I wish we could just get a like amazing attack on them and just wipe them out. Ooh, and down south. Looks like we hold that one though. Okay, but we will have to find out what happens. Ooh, Blitzkrieg. Next time